This may sound a little ridiculous, but out of all the new Kindles that were announced this year, the new MATCHA Kindle is probably my favorite. It is definitely one of the most fun Kindles you could currently buy. On paper, this new 2024 Kindle is not very different from the previous model, but I have to say, I think this specific Kindle will be the one to get more people to enjoy reading books. Now, the biggest selling point of this Kindle is the new matcha color. It is a very bright color, it's a very fun color, and it's very fun to hold. For a lot of people, matcha tea is a huge part of their life. For example, my wife loves her matcha, and the fact that Amazon made a matcha colored Kindle is a pretty big deal, and I think people will be very attracted to it. Even people like myself who don't drink matcha, I just feel good holding this device. The color is just very attractive. Now, I know the color of the device is a very small detail, but I genuinely believe the whole purpose of buying a Kindle is just to read books and have fun while you're doing it. And if the matcha color encourages more people to pick up their Kindle and read a book, that is what matters at the end of the day. And I really do think there are a ton of people out there who will buy this Kindle just for the color, and I think that's a really great point of this device. Now, in terms of build quality, this matcha Kindle is made of the same exact recycled plastic material that we're used to from the Kindle lineup, and I do enjoy holding it. It feels very durable. It definitely is not premium by any means, but it's not cheap either. I really enjoy just being able to throw it in my bag without having a case on it. It just feels like a good solid device. Now, similar to the Kindle Paperwhite, this matcha Kindle also has a power button in a very terrible location at the very bottom of the device. I am constantly pressing that button by mistake, especially in my backpack. That button gets pressed all the time, and I do think buying a case would fix that issue, but I don't want to buy a case for this device, especially this matcha Kindle. I want that color to show, and I don't want to cover it up. Now, this new Kindle Basic starts at a price of $109 US, which is a slight price increase from before, but I do think it's still within that affordable range as an entry-level Kindle, and I do know for certain that Amazon will have sales on this Kindle throughout the year for major holidays and events. So if you want to save even more money, wait for a holiday. I guarantee you all these Kindles will go on sale at some point soon. Now, if you are on a budget or if money is a factor for you right now, definitely do not hesitate to buy this Kindle. Even though it's the cheapest one, the functionality of this device is on par with all the other Kindles. For reading books, this is an excellent device that you should be very proud of owning. Now, if you do buy this matcha Kindle, they're going to ask you one question during checkout, depending which country that you're living in, and that question is if you want to buy the removal of lock screen ads. Now, I think this is a really ridiculous thing that Amazon still does on all their Kindles, especially here in the United States. They make you pay $20 extra to remove these sponsored advertisements from your Kindle screensaver. Now, again, if you're on any kind of budget, do not worry about this. Just keep the ads. It's not that big of a deal whatsoever. It will force you to swipe to unlock every single time you unlock your Kindle, whereas if you pay the money, you press the power button and it goes straight to your home screen. But in terms of functionality, the device is exactly the same. There is no difference besides that 1-2 second swipe that you have to do every time you open your Kindle. Now, if you're able to pay $20 more to remove the ads, you might also want to consider just upgrading entirely to the Kindle Paperwhite instead. At that point, you're getting very close to that $159 price point of the Kindle Paperwhite. That's totally your decision. I really do think the entry-level Kindle at the very basic price is going to be fine for a lot of people. Now, in terms of features and benefits, this matcha Kindle is everything you would expect a Kindle to have. The first being a very nice crispy screen. The screen of this Kindle is 300 ppi, which is the same exact resolution you're going to get on every other Kindle, so you are not sacrificing any screen quality whatsoever. And on top of that, you're getting the e-ink technology. If you're getting a Kindle for the first time, what this means is your Kindle looks like a real paper screen. E-ink is nothing like the screen that you have on your phone or your iPad. It's intentionally very simple, and all it does is displays black and white text in a very high quality format, but you can't do things like download apps or anything like that. The e-ink software is very simple. All you can do is read books. Because the hardware and the software is very bare bones, this thing has a 6-week battery life, which is insane when you compare it to your phone or your tablet, iPad, for example. So you just charge this thing once a month, basically. 6 weeks is definitely on the higher end of their estimate if you have the optimized settings, but even if it's 4 weeks, 3 weeks, that's still a long time for a battery. They also advertise 16 gigabytes of storage on the matcha Kindle, but I gotta say, storage is a non-issue on any Kindle for most people because books don't take up much storage whatsoever. You can download thousands and thousands of books with very little storage. The only time where storage is an issue is if you have audiobooks or a ton of graphic novels or comic books. Now, another major selling point of this Kindle is the fact that it has a 6-inch screen size, which is the smallest Kindle size you can buy right now. This thing will fit in your pocket depending on the size of your pocket. Now, in my view, the 6-inch screen size is perfect for traveling. When I used to commute to New York City last year, I would use this Kindle all the time on the subway. It was a very comfortable device to hold, and I also brought it with me in my backpack every time I left the house. So if you travel a lot or commute a lot and like to read while you're on the go, this device is a great size for that. And of course, this Kindle also supports dark mode and also has a front light, so you have that lit up screen whenever you're reading in dark environments for a more comfortable experience. Now, this MATCHA Kindle is missing 2 very important features, but it also gained 2 new features compared to the previous generation. Before I talk about those, I just gotta say, again, all that matters at the end of the day is reading books and having fun while you're doing that. Regardless of which feature you're using or which Kindle you own, as long as you're enjoying the aspect of reading, that is all that matters. If you want some extra accountability to read a new nonfiction book every single month, I want to invite you to join my personal book club called Presently Reading. Every month for the past few years now, I've been reading a new nonfiction book alongside a community of bookworms from around the world, and we have some great discussions about the books that we read. It's been a very wholesome experience, and I've definitely read more books because of this book club. If that sounds interesting to you, it's completely free to join, link down below. Now, the first missing feature of this MATCHA Kindle is the lack of adjustable warm light. If you read before bed or you read at night a lot, this warm light makes a huge difference. Now, what I'm talking about when I say warm light is the ability to add this orange hue to the screen. It just makes it look much more natural and less blue in your eyes, and I really do prefer this to make the Kindle reading experience feel as natural as possible. Even during the daytime, I sometimes find myself putting the warm light on just a little bit on my other Kindles because it makes the page look a bit more normal, whereas the blue light just looks a bit too white in my opinion. Having that orange tint to it makes a big difference for my eyes. The second major feature that's missing from this MATCHA Kindle is water resistance. If you read in the bath a lot or go to the beach or go to the pool or you spill water a lot around your devices, having water resistance is a key thing to have, and this Kindle does not have it, unfortunately. So that might be a deal breaker for a lot of people, especially if you know in advance that you read around water quite often. Now, on the flip side, one of the features that they did add to this Kindle compared to the previous model is an improved screen, which allows you to have a better contrast ratio and improved speed. Now, if you ask me, I do not see any difference whatsoever to my naked eye when it comes to the contrast ratio or the speed of this device. They did say the blacks and whites are a bit more contrasty and the speed was improved by 10%, but from my day-to-day use of this device, using it every day for over a week, I could not really tell. The second new feature on this MATCHA Kindle is a 25% increase in screen brightness. Now, if you ask me, I'm not too sure what the benefit of this screen improvement is for. I always thought the brightness was just fine on all the other Kindles I've owned, so this brightness improvement is nice to have, but I think for most people, it's not going to be an issue. Now, if you are in the market for a new Kindle right now, the MATCHA Kindle is going to be a great option for you, but definitely watch my review of the Kindle Paperwhite. That is by far the best-selling Kindle, so make sure you compare the two side by side to make sure you get the right one for your needs. Link for that video on the screen right now. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.